What up guys, my name is Kong and today I'm going to be talking about Enter the Dragon. This is starred by Bruce Lee, and I believe this movie is take place in I think the 70s or the 80s. Anyway, but that's besides the point. The whole premise of this story is basically essentially Bruce Lee's character going onto this island to rescue the I guess you could say informant, not informant, but more like their one of their spies, I should say, and then potentially take down the master of the island with the owner of the island. So that's the premise of the story. So let's talk about what I did like about this movie. What I like about this movie is the Bruce Lee. He just had that aura. He just had that. He really nailed his script. He really nailed his character. The fight sequence is very, very, very amazing. It's not. I wouldn't say amazing, but it's very. I would say raw, very visceral, very warrior-like. It is warrior. It's very fierce. I like that. I like Bolo. I think that's his name. The big muscular guy. I thought he was very the same as like Bruce Lee. Very that has a sort of not the same demeanor, but he's more like a bear. More like a bear, where Bruce Lee is more of a. The best way to describe Bruce Lee would be more of an animal term. I would say he's more of more like a mantis. I would say a mantis or a no, not even a viper, or more like a tiger. I would say more of a tiger, or even like a dragon, so to speak. And then who else do we have? We have the I think it's an African American guy. I thought he was interesting enough. He had a little bit, but you could tell that his fighting skill isn't that as great as Bruce Lee or Brolo. So, and then we also had we have the Caucasian guy. I can't remember the. I guess he's sort of like the superstar, or kind of the cocky man, but he does give a good fight, in the tournament. So I give him props with that. What else? I like the owner. I thought he does a really good job. The guy with the no hand on his left arm, and he had a knife. Then he had a three blade. It was really interesting. I like that. This movie has certain scenes in this movies are good, especially the beginning with the girls is running and fighting, very full of adrenaline, and then there's the sequence with Bruce Lee's father tell him what happened. I like that, and then I like the fight. Majority of the fight, I liked it. Very, very, very. I would say not explosive, but very fearsome, very furious, so to speak. So really good. What else did I like? I like the ending fight. It's really interesting, very cat and mouse, very deceitful, very chasing each other, trying to outdo each other. So I like that sequence. I really do. I liked it. So let's talk about the thing that I don't like about this movie is the music choice is not great. It really breaks the music. It really breaks the mood. It really breaks the movie. And I know it's hard. I know a lot of people is gonna like hate on me on this, but I'm talking from a critic point of view. I have to be constructive about all the movies that I watch. So, movie really break the choice of the music really break the movie. It doesn't have the flow is just very sharp, very sharp, very abrupt. It doesn't flow. You are there, and the next thing you are there. It just didn't quite flow. It doesn't have the fluidity. It just again, it really break up the movie. You feel like you're not going along with the character. You're there and then you're there. It just isn't quite as great. So what else I didn't like? Some of the scene aren't that really great. I mean, I know some of them aren't good, but it just wasn't well conceived. It just didn't really meld together. It didn't feel natural. It just wasn't great. So what else I didn't like? I feel like I believe this is the voiceover or the voice doesn't seem to match the voice. I guess the film itself. So it seemed to me in my ears, like, I could be wrong, but it seemed like a little off. So that is kind of like a little bit, a little distracting. Now I wouldn't say distracting, but it just felt, again, it doesn't feel like this movie is one with itself. What else? I did not like some of the fight scene isn't as great. It's the choreography isn't amazing. Some of the fights are really, I would say, stiff. It's hard. It doesn't have that excitement. The only time when the excitement was Bruce Lee is on the scene. But all the other characters, when they fight, it's just very robotic, very stiff, very hard, very just rigid. Maybe that's the intention. I don't know, but it just didn't feel. It wasn't a good choreographed fight. What else I did not like? Just the script itself. It felt very robotic. I feel like really they're just spitting out. They're just reading the script. They're not really being the character themselves, except for Bruce Lee. So it feel like they're just reading from the script, and there isn't emotion in the characters. So that was a big turn off for me. It was just like, this is supposed to be a good movie, but this movie has a lot of flaws, and it had a lot of goods. So guys, what would the rating I really give this movie? I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, guys. I know you guys gonna hate on me on this, but it's a 5 out of 10. It just doesn't have what I would say a good movie or even a good fight movies. I've seen a lot of fight movie, and this is not one of the great. It's average at best. I would say the selling point on this movie, or the great point on this movie, will have to be Bruce Lee. We all know that. He gives his performance. He does his thing on the screen when he's on site. It's amazing. To see him act, to see him fight, and the physique he was in. It's just great. The cat and mouse towards the end. But overall, when you think about the totality of everything, the details on the movie is not great. The mechanic of the movie is not great. It breaks everything up into small pieces, and it's not a whole movie. It looks like it's a whole movie, but it doesn't sound like a whole movie. So that's why I give it a 5 out of 10, guys. 5 out of 10. But anyway, guys, please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse to my YouTube channels. I have a lot of content for you guys to check out. Please do so. Thank you so much, and take care, guys. Bye-bye.